Hello my dudes, today we are playing Crusader Kings III as the Duchess Matilda of Tuscany's this is the Duchess Matilda's great grandson. Yeah, see, there she is. So it's been 4 generations. And Tuscany is still pretty much what it was, which I'm hoping to change in this generation. But the first thing we have to sort out is that we have no heir, or at least no child heir, and our wife is 41, so she's unlikely to give one. But we do have a sister who's prepared to take over once we die. So we should get her married matrilineally to someone good. And I was just looking at that, and there's a Prince of France who's got quick. He's also craven and arbitrary, but in any case, we now have an alliance with France. Okay, our dad was Count Heroin. He had Heroin II as his first kid, then Agelina, then Constanza, and then Constanza again. Only I am allowed to name children the same names. Count Heroin. You're lucky you were brutally maimed and died young. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Meanwhile, what are we best at? We're best at learning, which is actually good. Everything else we're either average or poor at. But we need to be better at martial. That's what's important now, because I want to expand. Okay, at least he's got it in the scholar tree, which is pretty useful. 20% of counselor's primary skills added to your own. Well, actually, that could make us, like, incredibly good, couldn't it? Well, we'll try it anyway. I just really want to see what that 20% looks like in practice. And our spy master can't hate us, so we need to sway him. And hopefully we can do that before he murders us. We actually have pretty competent people, if that's a surprise. We're in line to inherit titles. Oh, from our uncle. Yeah, that's not really important. We're not gonna murder everyone in our family again, which we have done in a previous generation just so we could inherit everything. Actually, let's get one of the Constanzas married off to someone good too. Kingdom of Catholic Syria. When did that happen? We do technically outnumber this Genoa lady we can go to war with. Plus we've got those great alliances with France and Provence. Well, I guess it's not us, it's another heroine. There's a lot of heroines in our family tree. And yeah, we need to call in an ally. Let's see. Who can get here the fastest? France is pretty close. But so is Lotharingia. Oh, Provence is probably the closest, isn't it? Oh, we can't. We're apparently conflicting with them. Oh, we can't call any of our allies to war. Uh-oh. This just became a much more difficult proposition. Because apparently one of those other wars that we just accepted, everyone else is on the other side. And they can't be called to war for an enemy. Okay, let's see. How are you? We heeded This dude came hoping to be a knight. I guess he is brave. But his martial is not, is only average. Let's see if we get someone better. Okay, now can we call our allies to war? Yeah, we'll just call them all. I think it might be a little bit overkill, but... And those guys are headed to Florence. So we gotta go cut them off. Oh, one of our friends died. Train farmlands, that's not good for us. You go to hills. Hills. There we go. Okay, so we lost a whole lot of men on that one battle. Oh, and Provence has already sent this army, this gigantic army. Thank you, Provence. Oh, and I think their head is straight for Brescia, which is what we have claim on. Our wife is bearing a child at 42. That's impressive, wife. I think that even might have been impossible in Crusader Kings II. I'm not sure though. Oh, I don't know if we're gonna win this one. In fact, we might lose it pretty badly. Depending on the rolls. I mean, we have a higher quality and more knights. But I think our general's worse. Oh, but we're getting reinforcements from France any second now. Oh, and suddenly it's a walkover. Oh. Wait, there's a king. A king of Hungary is now our guest and wants to be a knight. You know what, Your Majesty? Yeah. You are now a knight. I can't even tell where we are anymore. That's how cluttered the map got. No, never mind. I know. We're the green one. See, I can do colors. Just keep an eye on Florence and make sure none of them double back and try to siege it down. Matilda. Yeah, may you go strong and wise. Oh, our counselor died. Probably was a knight. Since we're in the middle of a war. But we recruited this guy to court and he's great, so. My wife and I are trying to save the life of a soldier. Yeah, hand me the tourniquet. Stat! I could not have done it without you. Let's have this guy with one eye lead the army. Why not? I mean, what's he got to lose except the other eye? Oh. Enforced demands. We can declare war on the Emperor of Italia. What do you got going on, Emperor? You're tiny, but you got... It says you're vastly inferior, but... That's interesting, because if we make him a vassal, will he automatically go under Hungary because he's married to the queen? He is allied to the Queen of Hungary. But there's nothing saying we couldn't press his claim against Italia. What if we just gave him a little county first? What's nearby to Italia? County of Fermo? I don't want to give him the Jalava one because it's got a dog's head as the county sign. So we're going to give him Capua. Oh, and we have a Dynasty Legacy available, our first one. So we can either put our fertility up, get marriage acceptance up. Oh, that's pretty good. Ooh, we can get monthly learning lifestyle. Oh, that's just for learning. I thought it was for all of them. It's gotta either be glory or blood, which is the chance of inheriting, or good, or, you know, like generating new good traits. That's 30%. Or marriage acceptance up 30. But I don't think we're having much problem with our marriage acceptance going up. So we might as well go blood. Yeah, we'll breed an army of super powerful geniuses someday. You know, eventually. Yeah, I'm nervous because I don't know if we can immediately call our... It costs 4,000 prestige to declare that. Okay, never mind. But the King of Hungary is now a vassal of ours, so that's nice. Prince Bishopric. We should fabricate a claim on Rome. And yeah, try to be subtle with heroin. I really don't want to go to war with the Pope. I feel like he'll definitely excommunicate me for that, and we are not prepared to go against all the Catholics. And while I'm talking about that, let's see. How's Catholicism doing? It's good as this. Oh, Muslim faith. That's kind of worrying, isn't it? Looks like they squeezed out Tengri. Well, actually, not so much. They're much longer than they were. And Orthodox is also spread. If we get this little Prince Bishopric right here, we can create another duchy. The Emperor doesn't like us much though, so I'm gonna start a scheme to sway him. He's 29, married to a 54-year-old, no kids, so he's in trouble there. What? Our wife got pregnant again at 45? We can name another kid Heroin. That's fun. What are you like? Oh. He's a hunchback. Well, we know what his name is then. I'll go. May grow to be strong and wise. I'll go. Because you're not going to be pretty. No. I'm going to side with the tyrant. Because I think the tyrant's more likely to win. So aren't I the tyrant? Okay, we got the Prince Bishopric of Ravenna. Yeah, let's see if we can get a claim on Constantino and then push for them both at the same time. We do have that tech, right? Okay. So we got Ravenna locked down. But my liege is already fighting against him, so... Oh. Give me 1 year and I'll press your claim, sister. Well, actually, no, I won't, because you're married regularly. Okay. Her, though, our aunt, we can do. Oh, I can just grab this guy's stuff de jure. Well, we're gonna do that then. Yeah, it looks like there's a faction trying to put our aunt on the Tuscan throne. Which, I didn't even know there was a throne, but, no. Always there for a throne. So we can either... I mean, would it be so bad if we were Aldeberta? I guess the game would actually end, wouldn't it? Even though we're in the same house. Okay, we're gonna need some reinforcements here. Okay, so France is on board. We gotta go try to protect Florence. Even though there's a bigger army right there. Because if they get Florence, they get the heir, and they're automatically... Oh. And we can enforce demands with this guy. No, this isn't good. We're gonna have to try to kill our aunt. That seems to be... the only solution I can think of right now. At least until France gets over here. But even so, look at all this. What about my uncle? Can I kill my uncle? Oh, the Pope will almost excommunicate. What's his face? Yeah, so we're gonna send him 150 gold, the Pope, to excommunicate our uncle in hopes that more people will jump on him. And a bunch of people want him dead, including his wife, so... No, they've captured Florence. I think this might be the way the game ends. Yeah, where's France? France, come save us! It looks like France is fighting their own wars right now, though. Yeah, they're trying to vassalize Brittany. In the end, it wasn't any of the many people around us that we fought with that would take us down. It's our own dynasty, and we're imprisoned. Oh, we didn't lose the game. We're just tiny now. Is this us? Yeah. All the parts that say Tuscany are not us. Tuscany is broken into so many small pieces, it's gonna get eaten by someone. Let me see. What can I do to fix this? And we don't have the prestige to declare war on her. So we're just gonna have to live with it for now. But just when we were getting close to finally expanding. Oh, and we've been replaced as Dynasty Head. I suppose one thing we could do is to I suppose we could kill off our children, right? And then we would no, it would go to Agalina next. Yeah, I don't see a way we could rectify this outside of going to war with our aunt again. The problem with that plan is she's got our uncle on side, and he's got a lot of men. I suppose if he were to... No, and the Holy Roman Empire ate Bulgaria, or Hungary. That was what was there, wasn't it? Oh, and our mother has even decided to leave the court. And France wants us to join in defeating a rebellion, a liberty war against them. And we're gonna say yes, even though we're not gonna help. And we're not even gonna feel guilty about it this time because France didn't swoop in and save us like they did the first time we called them into a war. And that's France's job, so... I didn't even think about mercenaries. We probably could have done a better job, at least. Oh. I think we can move over to Marshall. We now officially are getting the 20% gains from our account. Some of our stats are still poor. And this guy will marry us matrilineally. Even though he's got 2,000 troops, so... That's the guy. And yeah, there's a peasant revolt. And look at how much smaller our army is now. This was supposed to be the generation where we finally expanded out of Tuscany, and instead we lost half of it. Look at that. Look at the border corps. It's terrible, isn't it? And we're the dynasty head now. Why? What happened to him? No, he founded a cadet dynasty of his own. And it doesn't have a dog on its little house arms, though. So it's automatically, you know, inferior. Oh, and our daughter's husband probably died. So we'll get her remarried to someone who's good. Uncle slain in wait a minute. Uncle slain in battle. Ah. Heroine died. Meanwhile, how's Tuscany doing? And wars, looks like. Yeah, don't know which way those are gonna go. Let's see. The Holy War for Genoa is going well. Oh, but Italy wants this bit, Tuscany back. I think they're after some bit of Tuscany. And they have 5,000 men, so they're probably gonna get it. Son of Riley, chief killer, and old as the hills. A warrior born, he passed on the privy with a heaping of scorn. Well, that's nice to hear. Isn't it? I can only hope that my own headstone is as poetic.